National Football League. And the focus is on Jacoby Myers. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Pats and the Commanders, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
And this was a scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones throw there complete to Myers. On the move past the 40, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened.
He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots are on the board first here this afternoon. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. That time a 6-play drive. And it was Jonnu Smith, the big tight end, who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Throwing Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Pats lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So here are the Patriots to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At about the 32. Off the play fake. Jones. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Jones flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Chase Young.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
There he goes, right side. 30. 10.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, Don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And now out come the Patriots. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So we're into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Wentz.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And he's got room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Man open inside is Brown. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Madison is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this.
And it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he dives
zone and gets the 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. New England's offense set to go. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try to do it again.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with. When he got away with it, and he'll pop that ball free.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they play, and the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all capped off by Jakobi Meyers on the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. Wentz. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. Washington on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Patriots offense heads back out there, and we get another look at Tyquan Thornton.
We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain it?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the ball.
He's got him in, complete, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Tyquan Thornton
On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Patriots are able to add on to their first-half lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, Wentz.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Again, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wentz now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy with what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And his kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Patriots offense heads back out there, and we get another look at Tyquan Thornton.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver, because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails.
Defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
They go play action here on first down. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That one goes for 24 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Off play action. Jones. Touchdown. Hunter Henry. As the first half is winding down. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The final shot before half for Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Patriots offense heads back out there, and we get another look at Tyquan Thornton. A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. 2nd down, here's Mostert again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Jones now on 3rd and 2. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jones. Open man down the field is Henry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? A run with Mostert up the middle. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Chase Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. It wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Patriots offense heads back out there, and we get another look at Tyquan Thornton. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
We'll throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 39, Jones. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Jones on third down. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the... But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future? Now Brown, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Jones got his man. It's Thornton, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Montez Sweat with a tackle. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing Jones. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another carry now for Madison. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming.
To throw again, Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, the tight end Henry. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
This defense is just not up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to give it here. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Patriots send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
Called out a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Wentz. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Wentz to throw again. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Now Jones, off play action. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picks it, and the Pats are going to take possession of the football. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back to throw. Jones. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Wentz on third down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who puts it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Wentz and Dotson, your connection there for the Commander first. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Wentz. That would complete to Dax Milne. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Wentz going to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. For this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Brown.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here's Madison running on first down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Wentz now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Draw play. Madison gets past one man.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Wentz.
He's got Brown on the out route complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on.
Roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. He can't hit him illegally.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. There he goes left side. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Patriots, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.